And I'm Michelle.
Welcome to Art Time.
Our very first episode, and today we're going to be doing a question and answer.
Alright, so what better way to start than jumping right into it? So what question do you have for us?
So, one of our number one questions that we get on social media a lot is, or even face to face, persons think we are expensive, Jason.
They do, and I've heard that before.
Yeah.
But what I would like to say is, you can't put a price on quality service.
No, you can't actually. And then, maybe I'm thinking, okay, why would you think that we are expensive? And I thought, well, maybe it's the size of the building.
Or maybe it's because, how we're branded. We're on all these different media platforms, social media.
Yeah, but we've actually also been in business for 25 years, so maybe.
Or maybe it's the type of customer service that they get when they come through our doors.
Professionalism, there is no price on that. But to say honestly, we're not expensive across the board.
No, we're not. I think we try and hit the various price points to make sure we can get to the different type of customers that we have. There's some persons that want really top quality.
Yeah.
There's some persons who are a little bit more price conscious.
True.
So we try and strike a balance between both.
And then we have a wide variety of products as well. So it's a lot to choose from. So as you're saying, with the different price points, so you can go from this cup to a huge cup kind of vibes.
Correct.
Okay, so again, guys, I know it may come across as though we're expensive because of all the great qualities and customer service and the size of the building, but our number one thing is ask. Come in. You never know. You really don't know until you come in.
Surprised. They are surprised when they come and ask the price. They say, is that a little bit? Or in other words, that's so cheap, PB? Yeah, that's it.
Well, so I think, to be honest, how to answer this question is, we want the best for our customers. So we do the best, we give the best, and you know what? That's what makes us tick.
All right, so what's another question that we always get hit with?
The good one. It's a good question. What is the price of our batteries and tires? Vague.
It happens. And I think generally persons may not know what to ask or how to ask, but they know what they need. They know they need a tire. They know they need a battery.
Yeah.
So that's what they ask for. But in order for us to give them the right product that they would need, you need a little bit more specifics.
And I think, let's take it back a little bit. So I always think when you walk into a shoe store, you walk in, you see all these shoes, and then you see this nice sales rep come up to you. How can I help you?
Oh, shoes.
I would like a shoe.
That's it.
Okay, hold on. What else would you like with that shoe? Like, what size are you? What's you going to be using it for? These are like good specifics that you need to find out.
That's correct. So for example, when they talk about batteries,
Yeah.
the very least you can give us is the make and model. Once you give us the make and model, then we can know the questions that we tend to ask in terms of the cranking amps, the size, the position of the poles,
Yeah.
whether it's a...
My favorite, this size or this size. I remember when I first started here, I was like, what size batteries do we have? We have batteries that are this big, and then, about that big. So
Right.
But again, persons don't know because we get that question a lot on social media. I'll get typed in and say, you know what? How much that battery cost? Okay, hold on. One of the questions they ask, what's your make and model? Meaning, what kind of vehicle you're driving? What year is it if you do know? And that
Correct.
all those kind of things kind of help with choosing.
with narrowing down
Yeah.
what the correct size battery is, because all
Yeah.
batteries aren't batteries. You can't use the same battery in every single vehicle.
True.
So that's where the specifics comes.
And even with that, you have the lefty, the righty.
Yes, the position of your poles.
Yeah, so when someone asks me, I call the front and I go, guys, so-and-so needs a battery. I go, okay, well, that will need a left pole. I'm like, a left pole what? And then, as you find out more information, it's like literally the positives and the negatives. You have the different options depending on what type of vehicle it is.
And the same goes with tires as well.
Okay.
Because some persons may ask, what's the price for your tires?
Ooh, no, come on, let's be honest. How do they really ask?
That's how they ask.
How much do you for your tires?
What's the price for your tires?
Oh, I get it.
And it's just kind of left there.
Yeah.
So in order for us to give you the exact size for your vehicle, once again, we need to know the make and model. And we also try and teach you how to read your tire size.
True.
So another way they might ask is, what's the price for your 15-inch tires?
Well, because on WhatsApp, social media, I get, how much is your 15s? I do get that a lot. And then
yeah.
it's like, what?
What they don't realize is that 15s comes in a wide range.
Yes.
So you can have a 15 that can fit a small car, and you can have a 15 that can fit a pickup. And for sure, you're not going to put the same tire on the pickup.
Well, you know
on
what?
the
I
small
think
car.
they need to know more about when we say size 15. So for example, I remember doing that question. Someone said, I want a size 15. So I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of vague. We can get like a small tire size, like a 195 60 515, or maybe you can get a 265 70 15. And that 15 is just that rim size.
It's just the rim size.
But for sure,
So
we
the
know.
other numbers play a part because
Yeah.
that's going to determine what the width and what the height is.
Correct.
All right, so we always try and teach persons what to look for. You give us those numbers on the side of the tire. You're going to see 3 numbers, slash, 2 other numbers, the letter R, and 2 other numbers. So a lot of times persons remember the rim size at the end,
Yeah.
not the other sizes.
True, you know.
And if
because-
you're not too sure, you can always check the inside of the driver's side door.
True.
There's a panel there that has the tire size.
I
on
think
it as
you're the
well.
one who first told me that many years ago. And she'll just open the door and it'll tell you right there if your tire is dirty, which the car was dirty at that time. So I couldn't read the tire size, but then it was right there.
Yep, and
so-
that gives you the size.
Yeah, and that gives you like basically knowing what the size is and the manufacturer's recommended size. So
And
that's
if
a
they
good
don't
thing.
want to go through all of that, what can they do?
Come on, the easiest thing is just drive here and then we'll do it for you. We have so many sales reps. We have our service coordinators that will come. They'll go outside, do that check, look at the tire. Maybe you don't even have on the right size.
Correct.
So, this is the good time, come in, let us check it out, look at the size, and at that point we can quote you. Because maybe too, they're thinking, okay, your tires are expensive, I can't even, because so many other negative thoughts. But the customer service is number one, and it's free.
Correct. It's free, and all you have to do is ask.
Exactly.
So we taught you how to find the size on the tire. All you have to do is come in if you don't want to go through that process of looking at it.
Yeah.
And then we can quote you the price, and then you can then use that information to determine whether or not we are expensive or not. And chances are, I think we're going to be within your price point.
I think so. Because again, you have options. You have options. You have your Firemax, you have your Nancans, you have your Saloons. I mean, literally, we have options to decide. So I think, picking up that call and calling us, and then of course, Shaquille or any of those guys will be able to tell you, this is what's good for you.
All right. So I think we've beaten that one to death.
I think so.
What is our next question?
Well, this is a little ticklish one, I find. And I kind of irks when I hear it. So persons go, do you sell used tires? And I'm like, what? No, not even. What do you mean used? Who wants used tires?
I hear you. It happens. But to be serious, I think every now and again, persons may find themselves in that boat.
I
They may
understand.
think, they don't have the cash there right now.
Yeah.
They will just say that, I just get them for now, and they will last me for enough time until I can get around to
Yeah.
it. And that kind of ties back into maybe not checking the price point to see if we are in your price
True,
point.
calling us first to find out if it is at the size that you want for the brand new tire versus a used tire is actually maybe a couple $20, $30 difference depending on the quality, because again, used tires have many different backstories, as I would call them.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you don't really know much about their backstory.
The
And
history at
That's
all.
the crazy part. And
Yeah.
that's where, you're not sure about your safety.
Correct, and safety is
Because
number one.
When you get used tires, you may not always get the same size.
True.
You may not get the same brand.
True.
You may not get the same thread pattern.
Yeah.
You might find yourself with snow tires, and I don't know about you all, but I ain't never seen no snow here.
I like it to snow a little bit because it's so hot, but the reality is we don't got it. And then maybe they don't even understand why the snow tires are not even good for us here.
Because of the traction.
Yeah.
They are made with a certain compound that is made for that cold
Okay, let's dumb it
climate.
down. Let's dumb it down. Guys, really? I feel like, okay, snow tires, not for us. When we were braking, I think when we were braking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you're driving fast or you're just driving regular, and then you brakes, and all of a sudden you realize your car is still sliding. It's not about the threading, it's the
Because
wrong
it's not getting
tire.
traction.
Yeah, traction. Give me another word.
Traction.
Traction! God darn it, it's traction we're doing. But, outside of you don't know, may not get the right thing, safety is our number one thing. And
Sure.
Guys, really? It's not the safest thing to do. We understand and we can appreciate that happens. But again, you want to be mindful of that. So if you are going to have to do that, make sure that you have the same size around and make sure that it's not a long-term fix, it's a short-term fix. And, and I think at that, I like to say it's like driving in a sneaker and a slipper. You're gonna get where you're going, but the ride is just not gonna be the same.
It's not going to be the same.
It's not. So you want to make sure you have it on the same pair, literally.
And that's exactly what we try to do.
Yeah.
So that's a part of the checks that we do that we mentioned earlier. You
Okay.
want to make sure that you have on the same size going all the way around. And that's why we sell you new tires. Because once we sell you the tires, we know that we can get more in stock.
Correct.
So you know you can come back and get another one to match the one that you just got.
Sure.
You can't promise you that if you go to get a used tire, that you'll get back the exact same type of used tire. And the last thing you want, like Nichelle said, is walking around with 4 different shoes or 2 different shoes on your feet. Because yes, you will get to where you need to get to, but the ride itself is not going to be the best. So
No.
safety is always number one.
Definitely, definitely.
All right, so I think we have 2 more questions.
2 more questions.
One of those questions are, what do I get when I buy tires? Or do you have warranties in them? What's a short answer you can give them, Nichelle?
Come on, so easy. You get safety. You get customer service. Number 1, customer service. You get convenience. You get quality. And my favorite, you don't have to stand outside in the sun or the roadside while someone is changing your tires.
That's very good. But I think there's a little bit more.
Of course, there's
Because
more.
you get free installation.
True.
We change the tire valves.
Yep.
And once you spend just $69 with us to get balancing, you get free tire repair and rebalancing for the life of the tire.
So
Now,
that
that's
is like
added
a warranty, isn't it? Because again, if you go down the road, you've paid for a service, you got the balancing, you go down the road, we are on a government road, and something may happen and you get a puncture or something and you come right back to us. It's a warranty technically because we're fixing your tire, rebalancing it for free.
And if you get it installed by someone on the side of the road, they are not obligated to do that repair and rebalance it for you.
No.
Free. They're not within their rights to do so.
No,
But,
but we
we're
add it.
putting ourselves in that position where we're saying, do the balancing with us, and you can hold us to making sure that anytime you get a tire repair, for as long as the tire lasts,
Yeah.
we will give you free tire repair.
That specific tire, people.
Right? Free tire for that tire, free tire repair, and rebalancing of that tire. As
Correct.
Well. So I think that kind of answers that question.
Yeah, but again, okay, so we've installed the tires. That's what you get. We get that service. You get that. We get the free installation. We get that rebalancing. What in the end of it is just going to make sure that they get that finished smooth ride? We offer what?
Wheel alignment.
Duh! Come on!
Yeah, that's the cherry on top.
Yes, the cherry on top. So when they leave us, they're not only driving on new tires, rebalanced tires, but a smooth ride.
Smooth.
Smooth.
You want ice cream?
Well, can we have ice cream after
Yes,
this? I think
yes.
so. Great. So our very last question for today is, do you sell car parts? No, don't shake. No, we don't. Unfortunately, we get this particular question quite often on Facebook, on Instagram, face-to-face, on the phone. I think it's the assumption that because we sell so many things, such a
think
wide
we carry
variety,
everything.
we carry everything. And fortunately, we actually do not. Because we're a franchise, car parts is just not in our market focus.
It's not.
So
you kind of leave that to the professionals to deal with.
Correct.
You never really know what's going to
No.
happen in the future.
But Jason, you know that. Like one thing for sure in life, constant, is change. So maybe in the next 5 years, Automotive Art franchise might say, hey, let's bring this onto the table. Who knows?
Who knows? And I think that's it.
Yeah.
That wraps up our time.
Yeah,
All right,
so that's
this
our-
comes to the end of our first episode
Yes.
of AR Time. We want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Comment below, let us know what you want to find out, because next time we'll be able to answer those questions for you. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button
And share with your friends.
and tune in to AR Time. See you next time.
All right, guys, that's all for us. Take care.
Bye.
I'm gone.
Okay, go.